Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin. Yes, I'm doing a little bit of batch recording. I apologize. A little bit, but I'm trying to get on schedule, trying to stay on task. So, I had mentioned that a certain bag of yarn kept falling from the shelf up there. So I think it was the universe telling me I needed to use it. Here is said bag of yarn, the remainders of it. I took one out and I'm already working on it in a shawl. But I did set myself the task to decide what I'm doing with the other two yarns in here. And what I have are 3 of this beautiful glitter. It's black with like almost a greeny purpley, it's like a mermaid glitter. It is like fantastic. I love it. It's called Hayfield Bonus Glitter Extra Value Double Knitting Yarn. It is 100 grams of yarn and contains 296 meters or 324 yards. It is 95% acrylic, 5% polyester. It's shade 0222. So I have 3 of those. And then I also had, now, when I was looking at patterns, I had miscounted. I thought I had 3 of these. I have 4 of them. So I am likely going to have yardage left over. But I have 4 of this beautiful orange Rowan Valley tweed. Now I've had this in other colorways and made items out of it. But these are 50-gram hanks. And it says they're about 226 yards. And they want you to use US 3 knitting needles. But it doesn't give you a weight. But I have used this before and I think it approximates a 1 fingering weight yarn. So, armed with that knowledge and perhaps a little bit of misknowledge, not realizing I actually had about 225 more yards of one of the yarns, I went looking for patterns. So, I was looking first at the sparkle yarn because it's sparkly. It always catches my eye first. And I found this. This has actually been, I keep getting hit with this on Instagram, so I thought this was just the time to do it. It's called the Wrap Me Up Sweater Scarf. It is on Ravelry. This was a paid pattern, but it was $5 is sticking in my head. So it was somewhere around $5. It's from knititude.ca. So it's a Canadian company. So like I'm saying US dollars. I don't know what the pattern was listed at Canadian. But they used a DK weight yarn, touch of merino, 925 yards. So I should be right on target. A little too on target, but that's okay. And then they use 6mm circular needles and 4mm DPNs. But there we go. It is like, there it is. It's Wrap Me Up Sweater Scarf. It's like a long scarf that has arms on it. So you can like wrap it around you and have little arms. It looks really fun and cool. I wonder if there's other pictures of it. Okay, so there are other pictures. The pictures you'll see on Instagram is this of her in a wedding dress. So I give you a little bit better idea. She also has a second pattern that's very similar, but it's got a patterned, this one looks like the main body of it is kind of stockinette. It does have more of a patterned main body to it, but it used more yarn, obviously. So, there we go. And then the other one with the Rowan Valley tweed, I was looking through Ravelry and I decided for that one I wanted to crochet, because the other 2 patterns I have for the yarn was knit, or for the yarn that was in this bag is knitting. So I was looking and I kept thinking, oh, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? And I kept looking, you know, paging through patterns, because really all I did was fingering weight yarn, crochet, my yardage. I didn't pick a category or a type of item or anything. And this popped up, and the name rang a bell, and I think early on, Gary from Urban Yarns made this pattern, and I think it was one of the inspirations he used to create a design of his own. So I think that's why it's sticking in my head so much. But it's called the Dragon Belly Shawl by Johanna Lindahl. And this one was free on Ravelry. And when you go to, so it like linked to her website, and there was a free PDF. So this was a 100% free PDF that I picked up off of Ravelry. She used the unpronounceable brand of yarn that I will say totally incorrectly. Shapegaze. Spirit 50 grams. She used 3 skeins. I said, oh, well, I have 3 50-gram skeins of a fingering weight yarn. No, I don't. I have 4. I had a 4.5 millimeter hook to make it. But it's basically you make it until you're done. And what I love is it is a very, I don't want to give tons away, but it's a very graphic pattern. So like each step has a picture to really help you along. I think that's absolutely wonderful and so handy, especially if you are unfamiliar with reading patterns. It's very helpful. So that is my plan. The sparkle will be the scarf sweater thing with arms, and the Valley Tweed, that lovely orange, is going to be a dragon belly shawl. Now, I do have to finish the first shawl before I start on these other two, but it's nice to have the patterns, have the yarn, have it all stuck in this here organza bag, and know what's going to happen to it. We like it when decisions are made, don't we? So let me know if you've been assaulted by your yarn. You might be owed compensation. I'm kidding. Brian likes joking. We keep seeing the memes with the pets, like, you might be owed compensation. Do your owners break a treat in two and present it as a full treat? Because of course we do that to the dogs, because they don't always need a full bone every time they go out potty, do they? I mean, they are already large dogs. Let's not make them any larger. I've gone off track. Anyway, yeah, let me know if you've been out pattern hunting recently. I had to laugh because I went and looked at Gary's channel yesterday, and he was like, I was just picking out patterns for yarn, and let's talk about my thought process. I was like, that is so weird, because just the day before, so Thursday night, I don't know when this is going to be published. I think this is going out Monday, the 23rd of September. But it was like the fact that I had picked a pattern that like rang a bell and I knew of and was motivated to try because of his channel. It was just a coinky dink that I could not help but giggle at. Anyway, so there you go. Like I said, let me know if you've recently gone pattern hunting, what you found, what excites you, what do you have on your hooks or needles? I'd love to know. Okay, I will talk to you guys later though. Bye-bye!